Hi, welcome to the Strategic Advisor Board. I'm Dr. Bruce Rippee with all things health and wellness. We want you to bake wellness into the fabric of your culture. You deal with a lot less absenteeism, presenteeism, and all of that. My company helps you learn how to do that. So if you want to get in contact with me, Dr. Bruce at Brent Med is a really good way, DRBRUCE at BRINTMED.com. We're talking about headaches, and we're doing a series on those because they're all different. In fact, the treatments are all different for headaches. Most of the time, you can do pretty well with getting some more water, getting some rest, getting something cold on your eyes, getting in a dark room. That does help with most headaches. However, there are really specific treatments, and this one today is about migraines. So I think migraines, I don't know how to say this, they became the pet name for almost every bad headache, right? They're not. Migraines are neurovascular in origin, okay? So they have a very specific origin. They almost always have a trigger. They don't just happen, they actually have a trigger. Now, most people know a little bit about when they're coming on. They know they didn't sleep well the night before. They know they had way too much chocolate or candy or something. They know they've kind of blown it, alcohol, tobacco, something, right? And they know they've gone out a little too far. They put some kind of stressor on their body. And one of the ways the body reacts to that is to cause pain to the head. Now, there are a whole bunch of things that you can actually take that will change that after the fact, but they almost have to be taken right as soon as you know it's coming. Interestingly enough, a whole bunch of my patients would smell something funny. Do you smell it? Do you smell it? Is that weird? Do you? And if the person says, no, I don't smell anything, they knew that a bad migraine was coming on, and they would take one of the medications, which is usually a triptan. There are also ibuprofen does work pretty well, paracetamol, which we used to call Tylenol. Tylenol, Advil, whatever it is, any of these non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, or paracetamol, which is actually not one of those, but we kind of classify it as one. It's basically it blocks pain receptors, and they do work pretty well. Acupuncture long-term works very, very well. That's fascinating, but it actually does. It has a great history on it. Chiropractic works extremely well for migraines. You can go out there and look at 30,000 of these good randomized clinical trials and pilot studies that have been done on people with migraines, and it works extremely well. Water is the first thing I tell everybody to do if they have any kind of headache. So I'm going to tell you to do that now. Make sure your water gets boosted, and then somehow get relaxed. There's also one of the biggest triggers of migraines is whatever you did to yourself, and you didn't get the right sleep, thoughts, food, or movement, your lack of exercise, right? Something happened that we probably could have changed. It could do better. So since that's all the case, you can actually undo it with a couple of really good techniques. And one of those is a systemic relaxation technique that you do starting at the top of your head. You get in a nice, calm, silent room, and you breathe carefully, and you relax the top of your head. Then you relax your forehead. Then you relax your ears, and you relax the head. It's hard to do that when you're in the midst of a migraine, though. So it really works the best if you realize, ooh, wait, bad smell, or I'm starting to feel that light dizziness, or I'm starting to feel a little bit of those stabbing pains that I know leads to something worse. Or I've had to be on Zoom calls with a light in my face to show the best of me, or whatever it is, and I know that I'm going to have an ocular migraine. When you know that they are coming and they're going to happen, one of the best things you can possibly do is get dark, get your eyes closed, and start to systemically relax your entire body. You can stop at your waist if you want, but you need to go all the way from the top of your head. Take your time, get each little area. Think of your body as a whole bunch of bands, like you're the Michelin Man, and just keep relaxing little pieces of those bands. And it's actually a very good technique. First, water. Get the water, get dark, and then start relaxing those. Also, call your chiropractor. They're amazingly good at that. Acupuncture is also extremely good at that. And exercise will almost always make one go away. Almost always make one go away, but good luck doing that. It's so hard. I've had migraines. I know what they are. And I can tell you right now, I'm just going to go run for an hour. If you can, you'll win. But, oh boy, I don't know if it's a good idea at this point in time. All right. So hopefully what we can do is we're going to bake into the culture, the fabric of your culture. We're going to bake in wellness. It really helps reduce absenteeism, presenteeism. It makes your employees feel better about you as a leader and all of that. and I hope I get to help you in any way I can. Dr. Bruce at brentmed.com. I would love to chat with you. And of course, I'm going to answer all these questions that I get on these shows. I do read all of the questions, by the way, and I kind of compile them and put them in a series. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'll see you the next time when we talk about the last thing on headaches this week. But in the meantime, be an example of what's possible.